Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Thursday, March 19th, 2020. All right, so today we have the moon shifting out of expansive Sagittarius and into more grounded Capricorn. So the theme for the day and going into tomorrow could be around taking care of some maybe responsibilities, getting in touch with our more disciplined side and our persevering side. So with that, we do have the sun sextiling Saturn, which very much supports that energy as Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. In good harmony to the sun could give us maybe a bit of ease with doing things that do require the long-term road with Saturn. And Mars is getting very close to Jupiter. They're going to conjoin tomorrow. And so going into the weekend, there could be maybe a boost of maybe independence, directness, assertiveness, confidence, but then also maybe at the same time, a bit of motivation and drive that we can put into some things that we could see as potentials or possibilities. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Thursday. And I do have a quick announcement to make. For those of you who did sign up for the MTZ Insiders newsletter, the video has been released. So if you didn't get a video, be sure to check that link again. Maybe you want to re-input your email and your name. There was some technical difficulties with getting everyone on the list. So if you didn't get that newsletter yet, be sure to do that. And make sure that there's that you do click the confirmation email, because after you do sign up, you will be sent a confirmation email, and you will need to click that in order to be assigned to the list. But yeah, if you do want to check out the coronavirus video, as well as getting future videos for MTZ Insiders, definitely check out the link down below. All right, so let's take a look at the moon's placement here today. We do have the moon shifting into long-term and disciplined Capricorn, placing a theme around these matters and making it a really good time to cultivate that side of ourself. So Capricorn's the side of ourself that is disciplined, is reserved, and willing to see the long road, and is responsible. And so anything that does require this energy is really good to develop. And again, we could just notice some themes regarding that here today. And there is still a lot of water energy, of course, in that context, because we do have the sun still in receptive Pisces. So the larger theme is still that around gaining greater acceptance and peace into our life and listening to our intuition and a more receptive side. So still good to do that as we do develop this grounded energy here today. And we are starting to enter into the balsamic phase, or the ending phase of the lunar month, which means as we approach Tuesday's new moon, it is good to complete things, finalize, maybe create a bit of space for the new beginnings that will be here around the corner. Now, with that being said, here we do have a couple aspects going into tomorrow. One is the sun is going to be sextiling up to that ruler of Capricorn, Saturn. So it's not a major aspect, but it is an opening. And again, it represents a lot of the same grounded energies of Capricorn. And in this case, an opening for a bit of that responsibility. Could be a productive day. We could be quite grounded with our self-expression, and anything we do want to channel that sort of discipline into things could make it a very productive day to do that. But perhaps more importantly than that, we do have Mars getting very close to Jupiter now, and they're going to conjoin here going into tomorrow. And this is where we have a lot of planets right now in Sagittarius. So Mars is going to begin to go over each of these collective planets one by one, starting first with Jupiter, then Pluto, and then finishing up with Saturn. So the first one with Jupiter, the one going into this weekend, we could be feeling maybe a bit confident or direct or assertive, or like taking action or initiative. Usually Jupiter does tend to expand the energy of the planet that it contacts. So collectively, that could be a boost to fire energy of Mars, which is the side of ourself that does want to initiate, does have our personal needs in mind, and wants to, take action and initiative with things. And it also works the other way around. It could be that Mars could then invigorate maybe some of the potentials that Jupiter can give us, right? So with this, we could maybe see some opportunities, some inspiration, some hopes or potentials, and it could be a good later part of this week to put action and energy towards anything that we are being open-minded about or inspired about. And also really good for putting action towards things like higher learning, higher wisdom, adventurousness, expanding our horizons a little bit, that kind of thing, especially with all this in Sagittarius. All right, so that's the most important thing here today. Definitely a grounded day mixed with water, though, because that is the major theme with the moon here. Good for, again, that reserve and discipline. And there is still that receptive energy that's going on with developing Pisces. But there could be a boost to some fire here today with Mars and Jupiter getting close. There could be a bit of inspiration, maybe directness, assertiveness, adventurousness, things like that. Really good to cultivate. And maybe even noticing some new beginnings with that side of ourself going into the weekend. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you again for watching. And I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily forecast. Take care.